So this is a special invitation from myself, Monsignor Cihak, to all of you, our school families. And I'm joined by Kevin Minetti, who's our pastoral assistant and a school dad, as well as Chris Anderson, who is our middle school science teacher and health teacher. And we want to invite you to a very special opportunity this fall called Alpha. Kevin, why don't you tell us just briefly what Alpha is?
Sure. So Alpha, it's usually anywhere from a 9 to 12 week experience of just coming together. The format of the night is pretty simple. You come, you share a meal with people at a table in a small group. There's a short talk, a message about the basics of the faith, and then afterwards there's a small group discussion with the group that you're there at the table with. And it's a safe space to bring questions about the topic, to kind of connect with others, to share your opinions. Yeah.
It sounds like a wonderful experience, and I know you guys have both been on Alpha before and speak very highly of it. But as I was thinking about it and thinking of you, school families, is I want us to know each other, right? I want to have our school families feel that you are a foundational and central part of the community here at Christ the King, and even if you're not Catholic, even if you're not going to church right now, it's like I want to extend this warm invitation to you to come to Alpha, and it's an opportunity to know a little bit more about the Catholic faith, but also in a way that is that's relational. That where we get to know each other's stories, backgrounds. Again, the questions that we have, it's a great place for that when I'm not sure about what the Catholic faith is or where I am vis-a-vis that. And Chris, you were tell us too about, as you see as a teacher in the school, how Alpha could really help us and help our school families.
Well, like Monsignor said, like one of the biggest missions of the school is to build community. And so it's not just that you drop off your kids, we provide the service of filling their head with knowledge, and then we send them home on their merry way. But we do really want to build community amongst parents, parent to parent, parent to teacher. But especially one of the things that can be lacking sometimes is a sense of spiritual community and being connected spiritually. And so this is a great opportunity, especially for parents that are part of the parish, but also even parents that aren't part of the parish, for whatever reason that might be, to really be connected spiritually. And then the other thing too is we want to have deep conversations with the kids in class, but we don't want those to stop when we send them home. And so this is an opportunity to equip you as the parents to kind of just be on the same wavelength as what we want for the kids, what the conversations we're having in class, and then that conversation can carry on at home.
Beautiful. I think too, that and every year we have students that want to become Catholic, and sometimes the parents are like, well, I'm not quite sure. But again, if your child is thinking about becoming a Catholic by being in our school, Alpha's an awesome way to be connected, have questions answered, and that we know each other, so that not only do you know the pastor or other people who are involved in the mission here, or other parishioners, but also other school parents. And we live in a world where we need that connection with each other, right? To build each other up, to help our families to be strong.
One more thing.
Okay.
The other thing that I'll say is that Alpha is a place to ask questions, and so it's not so much about feeding you the answers, but it's an opportunity where we kind of start with a topic, and then we have an opportunity for discussion. And we want everyone to feel comfortable asking the hard questions, the questions that we're really wrestling with, the ones that maybe we haven't felt so safe asking elsewhere. This is really, Alpha is the place to have those conversations. And so it's not so much about putting knowledge into people's heads, but drawing out what's there so that people can really truly discover and uncover what it is that they believe and want to believe and want to dedicate their lives to.
Yeah, I can chime in off of that. I don't know if you've had this experience just as a parent, but your kids come home and they start talking about maybe things of faith or any subject in general, and you just have this response like, well, I've never thought about it. Like, they ask you this question, and I think what Alpha does, especially for a parent, is it allows you the space to, when it comes to terms of faith, of like, I've done some thinking about this myself. I've thought about who Jesus is, if he's someone I want to follow, or the church, or the various topics that Alpha proposes, and I have some sort of a basis to connect with my kids, and how to have those conversations. I think Alpha really teaches you how to have conversations of faith at a very basic level, which will further develop those topics at home.
Right. So the nuts and bolts of it is going to be Wednesday nights. You can even make it a date night with your spouse. We are going to provide childcare. It'll be from 6 to 8. We'll start with dinner. There'll be a basic talk on a topic, and then there's some small group discussion at our tables, and that's basically it. We'll feed the kids too. And so here I am with Maria Holmes, who's our new director of evangelization and a school mom. And I just thought that, Maria, maybe you could share with the school parents why this is a good idea, or what do you see the benefits of?
Yeah, some of the things I think about when I think about going to something in the evening after a full day of school, some of them are barriers, and I just wanted to address them because I think we've kind of thought of all of the answers to your possible barriers for attending. But you've had a full day of school, and the thing that you're thinking about, of course, is, gosh, I got to put dinner on the table, and what are my kids going to do? And I'm thinking about bedtimes and all of those things. So I hope that you can think about Wednesdays in the fall, and I know the fall is it is for our family. It's a really busy time. It can be really stressful, and we don't want that to be the case for everyone. To just think of Wednesdays as your mid-week break, breathe a sigh of relief, and think about, we picked up the kids after school, but dinner's already taken care of. So come back to the school and parish, and we'll feed you, and we'll feed your children, and the children will get a chance to have fellowship and hang out with kids that they love and know already, and meet some new friends. And you will get to do the same. So you and your spouse, I'm looking forward to it. It's almost a date night. I get to have uninterrupted conversation with my husband and other adults, and just to get to know more people here in the parish. So we're going to take care of all of that for you. And I would love to meet all of you. I want to know all of my kids have friends, and I want to meet their friends' parents. So I hope that to see you that evening.
Well, thank you very much for listening and watching this, and please just consider it a warm invitation from all of us, especially me, your pastor, to take part in this. This will be Alpha. It'll be beginning September 25th, and we will be in contact with some more about registration and things like that. But right now, just want you to think about that, pray about it, and then come join us for a beautiful experience this fall that will build your relationships, build your connection with your family and your kids and with all of us. So God bless you, and we'll see you soon.